Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. This time we're going to be going over all of the secrets and Easter eggs located in Splatoon 3 so far. As time goes on and they update this game more and more, I'm sure there will be more Easter eggs and secrets in the future, especially with the large scale paid DLC that they had announced. And when that time comes, I will be making an updated version of this video, so make sure you guys are subscribed so you don't miss out. Well, with that being said, let's jump right into all of the secrets and Easter eggs in Splatoon 3 so far. Did you know that the giant screen in the lobby is actually a huge bent Nintendo Switch OLED? You can see the USB-C port and the speakers underneath. The Joy-Con rails on the sides, and the general shape of the screen. A reoccurring Easter egg in the Splatoon franchise is the idols or the pop stars noticing you staring at them in the windows. Here it is from Splatoon 1 with the Squid Sisters, and Splatoon 2 with Off the Hook, and lastly, Deep Cut. Here's one that the younger generations probably didn't pick up on, but during the Big Man boss fight, he unleashes a shadow-like manta ray, and every time you spray it with ink, it breaks into smaller versions of this self. This is actually a reference to the manta ray boss fight from Super Mario Sunshine, where the same exact thing happens. But that in itself is a reference to Stephen King's book, The Shining, where it mentions a strange shadow-like form which assumed the shape of a huge, obscene manta, and then the wind seemed to catch it and tear it and shred it like an old, dark paper. The two bosses share a thin-like manta-like form and vanish into thin air after being defeated. Speaking of shiver, did you know that a shiver is a name for a group of sharks, and that a fry is a group of eels? Very clever play on words for naming the characters in this Splatoon game, huh, Nintendo? Did you know that Splatoon 3 is not Harmony's first appearance? She actually debuted in Splatoon 1 as a lead singer for a group called the Chirpy Chirps. They played the songs Shell Life and Split and Splat in Splatoon 1, and they came back for Splatoon 2, singing Blitz It and Wave Prism. But that's not all. The Chirpy Chirps' original Japanese name is ABXY, a reference to the ABXY buttons on Nintendo controllers. Lastly, on their album cover for Splatoon 2, you can see various Nintendo consoles in the background, such as a Famicom, a Super Famicom, and a Super Famicom Scope accessory, an original Game Boy, a Game Boy camera, a Game Boy Color, a Game Boy Advance, and a Nintendo DS, all right next to each other in front of Harmony. Although Harmony's not physically in Splatoon 1 and 2, we still knew about her existence and that she is the first artist from this group and other bands in Splatoon to physically be brought into the games to play a small role. Oh, and speaking of Harmony, sometimes when you walk into Hotlantis, you can see her playing with a toy, more specifically the Ultra Hand, a toy that Nintendo once created back in the 1960s. The very first Splatfest was Rock, Paper, Scissors, which took place on August 27th, which was actually National Rock, Paper, Scissors Day. This one may be a bit more of a stretch, but the Wave Breaker kind of looks like a ball in the cup toy or a pop catcher toy. The Splatana Stamper looked like it was inspired by an octopus roller stamper. Here's one that's just a neat little attention to detail, but the sides of the reef slider look like the buoys that they put in designated swimming areas. The design on the tactical drinks look very similar to Pikachu's tail. No wonder why we get such an electrifying boost from this drink. And one of the more obvious ones is that the end zap is actually the NES zapper gun used in the original Duck Hunt games. This has got to be one of my favorites and a really cool Easter egg for those who have played and finished the Splatoon 2 Octo Expansion DLC. The final boss for Splatoon 2's Octo Expansion is Commander Tartar, taking control of the NILS statue. After Tartar is defeated, you can see the statue drifting away in the ocean. Well, it looks like it ended up somewhere near the Hammerhead Bridge, as you can see it off in the distance. If you stand next to this outhouse for a little while, well, you can hear an inkling or an octoling or someone having a bit of trouble. Something you may have not noticed is that there is a miniature flipbook animation within the sunken scrolls. Sometimes while missions are being activated, you can hear the Wii U jingle. Flounder Heights from Splatoon 1 makes a return in Splatoon 3, and with it comes a very creepy ghost face. And another really weird, creepy one is this picture or painting of this very weird looking inkling in this apartment window. This sticker may be a reference to a real-life skateboarding brand called Santa Cruz. The tongue and teeth seem to all be in the same shape and sizes as the original logo. Skateboarding also seems to be a popular thing in the Splatoon games too, as we can spot a few in the different hub worlds, and we can even get them as items for our lockers. A bit of a spoiler warning, but after you beat the game, Mr. Grizz's statue changes into Small Fry biting Mr. Grizz, a reference to the final boss fight. Have you ever noticed that all the other shops around Splatsville all have their own different songs? Here, take a listen. Well, that's about all I got for you guys today. If I happen to miss any of these, please let me know down below in the comments so that I can include it in the updated version for this video when the large-scale DLC comes out. And if you happen to learn about a few new Easter eggs and secrets, then make sure you leave a like and hit that subscribe button too, as again, I plan to make more secrets and Easter egg videos in the future. Well, with all that being said, I hope you all had a wonderful day today.